Thank you, Michael, for the 6 fun facts about conservative backbenchers. And now we will be focusing on our finance report. We have received breaking news from a group of analysts that they have developed the optimal stock portfolio.
And here's Oscar reporting.
Hey guys, why did you choose those optimal stocks?
Because seriously, what used to be.
Stay tuned.
Hello, dear potential investors. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us today in this revolutionary, momentous occasion in the investing market. After numerous intensive researches and development that my team and I have found, we have found the world's best stock portfolio. We'll be guiding you today through this details along with information on how to take part in this groundbreaking opportunity, such as the stock provided and the MER, the portfolio. I'd like to pass over to my colleague Ali to explain.
Let's have a look at the numbers. The most important ratio is the Sharpe's ratio. This optimal portfolio has a Sharpe's ratio of 0.08 and a weekly return of 0.29%. This portfolio brings you a risk rate of only 3.2 when comparing with a 1.89 risk-free rate investment, for instance. It provides you a much larger return with just a mere hint of increase in risk, despite the fact that a risk-free investment does not account inflation into consideration. And now I'll be handing it off to Zach, who will be talking about more of the stocks.
You might be wondering what's in this portfolio, so I'll tell you. 55% of our portfolio consists of Toronto Dominion Bank stock. TD Bank has been around since 1955 and is one of Canada's leading financial institutions. They have very stable revenue growth and provide solid returns to investors through their dividend. Over the past 15 years, they've had 375% overall return, which is 10% annualized. Even after the financial crisis in 2008, TD was one of the fastest to recover. TD's role as the backbone of our portfolio is to reduce external risk while providing return to investors.
Thank you, Zach. And now we're going to turn to a company that's near and dear to my heart, Suncor. It is the second largest in the portfolio at around roughly 30%. For those who are familiar with Suncor, it is an Alberta-based integrated energy company that specializes in synthetic crude oil produced in the Alberta oil sands. As Alberta oil sands products flourished significantly in recent years, the Suncor's quadrupled its value with an average annualized return of 11%. That's right, I said it, 11%. This is mainly because they also get big high dividends at around 9% per annum, and they pay quarterly. Suncor's energy expansion is another result of its consistent increase in stock prices. Since Suncor is also predominantly tied to oil, it has experienced major gains in the period of 2009 to 2014. In addition, because of legislation passed by the Harper government and even the previous Liberal government, Alberta was able to protect and expand its oil sands and to provide millions of jobs and high dividends to its investors.
BlackBerry, formerly known as RIM, is based out of Waterloo, Ontario, and they're a software development tech firm. This is the smallest holding in our portfolio, and from our analysis, they lost most of their market value in the past 7 years. The high growth that BlackBerry experienced in the early 2000s slowed down greatly in 2008. However, with the appointment of John Chen, the new CEO, in 2013, we believe BlackBerry has some of the highest potential upside.
Now that you've looked at all the rigorously handpicked stocks, you're probably wondering if this is the right choice for you. For that reason, why don't you ask yourself, do you want a diversified portfolio, or do you rather prefer to put all your eggs in one basket? Would you like to have professionally trained experts handle your investing, or rather do it yourself on a whim, just because of what day the wind is blowing? And I have to ask you another important question. Do you want to increase your investment return without increasing risk? And if you want to increase in risk, keep it to a minimal level? If you answer yes to any of those questions, except the question about whether or not you want to put all your eggs in one basket, this is your stock for you. We guarantee you that this portfolio you've been searching for years. It is perfect for small investors like you who want an amazing investment team working on your portfolio. So now, if you're ready to take part in the innovative movement, we invite you to join us by calling 519-311-3311. or visit us by superawesomeportfolio.com. Thank you for all for listening. Does anyone have any questions? Yes, you.
Why didn't you guys include Barrick Gold and Sears?
Well, we did initially look at Barrick Gold and Sears. When we looked at Barrick Gold, it was a very good stock because it's very countercyclical to the market, right? Because when investing is good, people invest in stocks, and when it's bad, they put all the money in gold, which is why in 2008, 2009, Barrick Gold was reaching record peaks. But its overall returns was a negative 50%. So we don't want to expose, we don't need to take on that additional hedge because we have such a diversified low risk portfolio. Now for Sears, it has taken a crap turn for the worse, and it has lost probably roughly 50% of its value as well. And it is a dying industry that's probably going to go bankrupt. They've lost most of their stores around southwestern Ontario, and they're losing even more. So it is best not to expose a lot of risk and for a minimum return. Yes, another question.
What historical data did you use to get those results?
That's very important because historical data is one of the most important things to base trends on future trends, right? Because if it happened in the past, it's probably going to happen again. Because history repeats itself. So we decided to study 15 years worth of data. In this, there was two crashes: one in 2001, 2002 because of the stock market tech bubble, and one in 2028 because of the global 2008, 2009 because of the global financial crisis. It also encompasses 2 periods of strong economic growth. That is between the periods 2003, 2007, and 2009, and 2010, and 2015. So since we have such a massive data set to use, we probably can act more accurately predict better than companies who use only 3 years.
Are there any external influences that may alter future trends?
That's very important because, as you guys know, even though this is an investment primarily in Canadian stocks, it is very highly commodity based, especially with Suncor and TD loaning a lot of money to commodity based stocks. So we need to look at two trends. The first trend, we need to look at what happens in 2016 presidential U.S. election. Even though this is a Canadian stock, as the old adage goes, if the United States gets a cough, Canada gets a cold. So that's a very important thing to have. As well as there's a lot of instability in the Chinese market right now, as demand has slowed, and we want to make sure that we get all the necessary risks. We can also ensure the necessary risks we've taken abroad. Yes, one more.
How did you feel when you missed that layup at the end of the game?
Okay, that's it. We're done. We're done.
I sure know my next top picks for my next portfolio.
Ha! I would definitely sell all my Sears stocks. Now turn to Andrew for sports.
Alright guys, I just want to let you know that your favorite basketball team, the Toronto Raptors, they've actually made it to the NBA Finals, and now, yes, they have won the NBA championship. Can you all believe it? For the first time in history, there's people in Toronto that are clapping for them and everything. I don't know how they did it. Sorry, that's all the time we have. See you next time, guys.